Welcome to the broadcast today, guys. We'll just give it another 15 seconds for people to come on. We're on number 12 this week, so we're doing great. Hopefully you're doing each and every workout, or you're reflecting on each and every lesson that we're covering together each week. So let's just wait a little bit more for people to come on, and we'll get right to it today. If you did not watch the broadcast last week, I highly recommend that you take some time to listen to it. It's very important. And I went through something called the OKE, which is an important concept. And I'm not gonna cover it. I want you to watch the past video last week, look for it on my wall, and go through it, please. If you have any comments about that philosophy or questions about it, let me know in the chat, in the comment section. All right, so today we're covering another important lesson. And as you know, we always start with louse time. Lousing, it just means to interrupt, to insult, or to make you question a concept or an idea, a belief. And it just helps you reflect on your own values and beliefs, and then maybe change it to make it better, to make yourself better. So this week we're talking about Platoon. Now I'm not sure if you've watched this movie before, Platoon. Let me know if you've watched this movie before. Now this is very common with our students. I guess we are getting older, and when we talk about different movies, a lot of people don't know and haven't heard about some movies that we talk about. And it's funny, but because there are lots of good movies back in the 80s and 90s. So have you seen Platoon? And there's a quote in there from Sgt O'Neil. It goes like this. You ready? Excuses are like assholes, Taylor. Everyone's got one. That's the lesson today. What's your excuse? We're all very good storytellers. Maybe not out in the world writing books or some sort of presentation. You and I, everyone is a master storyteller. Man, I think like we're way up there. The best authors in the world, storytellers to ourselves of why we can't or didn't do something. Do you make excuses? What's your story? Is it that you're too old? Is it that you're too young? Is it that your parents didn't raise you right, or not in the right environment, or you had no money, your family was poor, you don't have any time, you have one kid, you got 2, 3 kids, you got 4 kids. Whatever your excuse is, I'm calling you on it. It's bullshit. So what's your excuse? What's your little story that you tell yourself to feel good that you didn't take action on doing what you're supposed to do? Now this ties in perfectly with what we did and talked about last week. You have a purpose. There is a reason why you're here. And you have goals and you have dreams. I hope. I really wish and hope that you do have some, or else it'll be a very mundane existence. My dad once told me, most people in life, the way they think and act is the analogy of someone tiptoeing slowly and quietly to their deathbed. They just go through life not making any waves, not dreaming too big, just to make sure that everything is safe and secure, no risk, and you tiptoe your way cautiously, not affecting or bothering anybody, to your deathbed. Don't be like that. So what's your excuse? What's your story? And you have one. Depending on what you have to do and depending on how big that dream is, we all have a story. We can all say that we're tired, or that we don't feel like it, or I feel like I'm trying this, I'm trying that, it's not working. We all have a story. And I'm here to tell you, quit it. Stop it. Remove the story. Change the story. So whenever you are catching yourself in a situation where you are telling yourself this story inside, like to yourself, the internal dialogue that you tell yourself when you speak to yourself is very important. That it's positive, it's powerful, and that there's hope, there's a vision. You see how every week we've built upon each week? Everything ties together. And I hope that you see the big picture. So that's the first thing today. No bullshit, no stories, no excuses. Don't give me any excuses, just results. And this is something my dad told me more than once, very aggressively. Don't give me excuses, just give me results. So I'm passing on the same message to you. If you're a leader of people, depending on your position, or if you're a leader of yourself, which is the most important, there are no excuses. So if you are that leader and you want to lead yourself, lead you to where you want to go, excuses do not exist. That's my first lesson. So when it comes down to your fitness, to your workouts, past couple of weeks we've been talking about concepts because principles do not die. Techniques change. Workouts change. I mean, there's a new workout out every damn week. I just saw one like recently, the bungee swinging workout. Like, I'm not against you moving, and if it makes you move, great. But that's not my style of training. But just to say that there's always something new out there. I don't want any excuses like when it comes to your fitness. Are you doing the work? Now, one of my friends in the fitness industry, like, we laugh about this and we've talked about this before. When someone can't do one push-up, he asks himself, how are you even alive? How can you even be alive if you can't even do one push-up? What's the matter with you? Whether you can do one push-up, 10 push-ups, I could say the same thing for you doing 50 push-ups. How come you can't do 60 push-ups? You can always push to do more. But if you're at a point in your life where you want to take control, take charge of your health and fitness, I'm telling you, you have to be able to do the basics, the fundamentals. Can you do a push-up, a perfect push-up, the way I showed in the earlier videos? Can you do a perfect squat? Can you do a pull-up? All these basic things. I'm going to put out just a quick PDF on my wall, like very shortly, of the top 10 things that you need to become very good at. So watch for it on my wall and I'll share it very soon. Today's lesson is very important. It's the difference between you getting what you want and feeling completely fulfilled, or just living a life of regret and looking back on your life and saying that I should have, could have, I would have. Don't be that person. Is this resonating with you? please let me know in the comment section. My goal each week is to just give you a wake-up call, to just help you get out of the trance. We talked about this last week of the amnesia. We all suffer from it. We forget. We get caught up in our routine. I'm just here to shake you, shake your head, and wake you up. And be clear on the priorities. Your health, number one. And really getting what you want out of life. That you feel fulfilled and happy. These two things are super important. We're always there rooting for you. If you have any questions whatsoever, write to me and we will answer. Have a great day. Think about this throughout the week, throughout the weekend. And I'll see you next week. Master yourself. I'm Sgt Martin Patenaude.